considers sleep deprivation a significant diabetic risk factor and recommends that people that take melatonin as a sleep aid and avoid working night shifts. Shit. I only get, God, guys, when I stream with you guys, I get like 3 hours of sleep. Like on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And then in between then, I don't sleep. So I'm a high risk even when it comes to the sleeping factor. I need to start sleeping more. Yes, I do. Oh, come on. Butterfingers are good. Whatever. My old man, who was very inebriated, crashed into a local private airport, and when doctors took his cholesterol was higher than the usual amount. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty, it can get serious, hon. Yep. Wow. Hopefully you guys followed up. This was about 4 years ago. Hopefully you followed up. Hopefully he's okay. He made it. I'm not sure. All right, guys, sleep and sugar. So, talking about sleep, I need more sleep. Okay, in cities, a study in which healthy adults that were restricted to 4 hours of sleep for just 6 nights exhibited a 40% reduction in their ability to break down glucose. No wonder. The more sleep you get, you break down more glucose. Why? Why do you think that is? Because your body is able to work. That's when your body's healing. Your body works magnificently when you're sleeping. It does crazy, wild, yummy, awesome things. So, but it also helps if you have a good bed to sleep on. I bought a new mattress and I hate it. But anyway. Okay. Although the role of dietary sugar in diabetes is debated by scientists, evidence shows a strong correlation between type 2 diabetes and sugar. Fructose and high fructose corn syrup in the diet. Whoa. I don't know about you guys, but I only cook with organic sugar, and it's browner sugar, and I don't sugar anything. Now I have, again, I said I have my vices. I use creamer on some things. Yeah, there's just a few things I do, and I need to start kicking back on that. Ugh. Crazy, right? So here's another one. We're going to go to, all right, so whole body healing. You ready? Holistic body work modality. Hold on one second. Hold on. So we're going to talk about sleep and sugar, which we did. Preventing diabetes. Whole body. Okay, thriving. So here's the thing. I'm just going to sum it up. I mean, these go really in depth, and I just want to talk about one more thing, and that is we all can succeed. I mean, if we're motivated enough, we can succeed on beating diabetes too. You just need to change your lifestyle. Period. That should scare the shit out of you enough, you know? So I want to tell you about the benefits of eating organic, all right? So organics are really, really amazing. I'm an organic freak, okay? So there's some I won't buy organic, and there's some I will. And I try not to buy at Walmart because of my research on a lot of the foods. Now, my husband debates me on this. I say to my husband, things that go to Walmart, if you look on the packages, there's codes and numbers, and they are certain things, not just the expiration date, but how it's made and for who it's made and how it's made. And those codes all stand for something. And so that will definitely freak you out once you do the research on that. So there's your workshop. There's some of your homework. Check that stuff out. It will freak you out. That being said, my husband and I debate on this, and that is I tell him try to buy little things from Walmart because I feel that it is manufactured different. He says, how is that so? You see, it's 2 brands at the highest grocery store, high-end grocery store to a Walmart. They have the same brands, Deborah. I said, I know they do. but they're manufactured differently. So if this says moon pie at Publix and moon pie at Walmart, but if you look on the codes, they're different in the back. So moon pie has the better of all the stuff of a moon pie, and you get the scrapings kind of like a freaking hot dog for Walmart. But my husband says, no, that isn't how it's done, but I truly believe it is. Yeah, Lewis Nichols, I'm going to get a package. Remind me, because I should have brought a package in here. Let's see if I had any. I don't have any food packages in my office, of course, but yeah, so on the back there's, or wherever, not just the back, it could be on the side, there's maybe 2 different ones. But those numbers, if you Google it, you'll be able to figure out and find it out. So when I do my podcast next week, we can come back, we can revisit, talk about it. In fact, if once I upload this and do this, I can replay this and we can do, stop it, chat, find out our answers and do whatever. So, okay. So 10 benefits of eating organic, guys. Here it is. Okay. So the term organic refers to the manner in which agriculture products are produced and processed. Okay. So although regulations differ amongst countries, in the U.S., organic crops must be grown without the use of bioengineered genes, the GMO crap, and fertilizers, synthetic herbicides, or pesticides. And for meats, eggs, and dairy, they have to be considered organic, the livestock from which they are produced. Yes. So what that means is must be raised in living conditions that suit their natural habitats, which such as grazing free range on the pasture. They are fed organics themselves. And here just are a few benefits considering if you are considering an organic food. Okay, so 1, organics contains fewer pesticides. Just that's a big win with me across the board. Chemicals such as the synthetic fungicides, let's see what else, the herbicides, the insecticides are widely used in conventional agriculture, and residues remain on and in the food we eat. So you buy our stuff from non-organics from wherever. Think about it, the sprays. Think about how dementia and Alzheimer's and a lot of this stuff has trickled through our bloodlines. Look at our grandparents and or even our parents, how bad dementia and Alzheimer's is. This is a true link to a lot of this eating back, pesticides, and even more so now into our young generation because of all the manufactured foods. Our kids are developing at age 7 and 8. What? Because of all of these high processed pesticide GMO foods. It's crazy, right? So, that. Organic foods is often fresher, tastes better. You're going to notice the difference. I don't salt or really pepper my foods. I may pepper some soups when I make it, but I don't salt anything. I'll leave that to people that are eating over, my husband, and he'll salt his own food if he needs. And salt, I don't use table salt. I use Himalayan pink salt, and that's what I use. Yes, I don't use the regular salts. And that being said, not only is it fresher, but organic produce is sometimes, but not always, produced on the smaller farms. And sometimes you'll notice that organic foods are smaller portions, smaller bananas, smaller this, because they're not steroided out, right? Organic farming tends to be better for the environment. Organics, Shelley, doctors told me not to use salt. Yeah, Himalayan salt is all right. Sea salt is okay. Try Himalayan salt if you guys use any. It is amazing. organically raised animals are not given antibiotics, remember? So if you go to KFC, those chickens are like this. Or if you see big old breasts, they're like this. You're like, how in the hell? It's like a dude lifting all those weights back in the day. They're all steroided out. How do guys get muscles this big ass big? Nobody is naturally 400 inches in diameter in their bicep naturally. I don't care how heavy you lift. No, it's some enhancement, period. So there. That's the organics to farming tends to be, different. Organically raised animals are not given antibiotics, growth hormones, or fed animal byproducts. So feeding livestock animal byproducts increases the risk of mad cow disease. So, guys, we're going to get into the animals next. So I chose these three for a reason because they all go hand in hand. So, byproducts. You ever look at your dog food and you flip it over and you read the ingredient? It says cornmeal, and beef byproducts. Hell no. I wouldn't even eat that as a human. Why am I feeding it to my dog or cat? Oh my God, the same thing. So I'm going to have to make a list and tell you guys what are good stuff. So we're going to make a list for the food barcode things for us, and then we're going to do dog foods. Which ones? So you guys, I'll just give you a suggestion of stuff. So if you're feeding animal byproducts increases the risk of mad cow disease, okay? And the use of antibiotics can create antibiotic-resistant strains of bacteria. Organically raised animals tend to be given more space and move around, which access to the outdoors, which keeps them so much healthier, like a human. So organic meat and milk can be richer in certain nutrients, much needed nutrients. Did you know, Lewis, that's why I give my cats a certain brand and always check the ingredients. Yes, I am not kidding. My dogs. I've got a story. Okay, guys, that's another thing. We'll talk about this on the other one. I'll tell you about the Cheyenne story about my toy poodle that lived to be 17. And she was diagnosed with mast cell tumor cancer. The story is crazy. I mean, it is so good, though. Okay. And what I did to reverse, I'm not say cure, but to reverse that mast cell tumor cancer, it was incredible. She was diagnosed, was given me probably about 1 to 3 months to live. And she lived 6 more years on the steps that I took when I got a hold of my holistic veterinarian. We changed everything. And oh my God, she lived about 6-7 years more. It was incredible. Oh my God. So just like diabetes, changing your environment, changing your habits, changing everything, you can beat it. All right. So, levels of certain nutrients in the meat and milk, including omega-3 fatty acids, were up to about 50% higher in organic milk and meats that in conventionally raised versions. So there is a difference in organics. And careful, do not buy any organics from China. I'm not trying to be racist or anything like that. But my story about Cheyenne and China will make your head spin. Okay. So, I'm going to make sure food. Okay. Make sure I tell you that story. So I made notes about it. Yeah, very interesting. Organic food is GMO free. It should be GMO free. So genetically modified organisms or genetically engineered foods are plants with DNA that has been altered in ways that cannot occur in nature or in traditional crossbreeding, most commonly in order to be resistant to pesticides or to produce and insecticide.